Now watch this. We're going to add a few...
You are exposed. Exposed, exposed, exposed.
Talk about, so this is a pressed pigment palette.
Skip using the color Skip. People are trying to say because it's a...
On my left, and the loose shadow is on my...
We'll put some on this lid here.
I'm so incredibly proud of. Just like you're kidding, it is one of my favorite shades in the entire
Pink or any like
color product ever.
After I tried to remove it.
Main difference is
sensitive eyes. So if you are someone that when you wipe off your makeup, you don't want like your lid stained peels that people use in makeup to get red pigment. I wish I could make
pigments and not typical eyeshadows. Now,
about this. They all tried the product.
other stuff mixed in it as well to make it perform really beautifully. Now, that being said, by doing press...
Every day, I got a sister sleigh wherever I go. But James did not. Warn me about the staining. He didn't tell any of us.
near the immediate eye area. So you know me, I am always gonna keep it 100% with you guys. Also, I do want to talk
on their channel.
Drops of water and watch what happens in just seconds.
Called Skip in honor of my father. This is his favorite color in the entire palette, and Skip is his nickname.
Whereas a loose shadow, even though it might
very clear. The hives that I'm getting look like I have goddamn eyeshadow on still.
for people with sense.
This issue. Ah, well, maybe it didn't stain for them.
You see my eyes, they are covered every color.
Explain that, Mr. Charles. Read my mind, Charles. Protect.
It allows you to make the most vibrant, true.
If you are a vegan brand, you cannot use reds, pinks, purples,
palette as well. And guess what? Same shit happened to her.
In your eyes, you have to use pink. Color is on my lid today, so basically it is kind of a warning.
is when you take some of these bugs and we grind them up.
The difference on my hand.
Why did no beauty gurus talk about
Nothing wild.
Exposed. You're exposed. You're exposed. You
hives?
Google search, I'm gonna tell you right now. It is basically crushed beetle.
And she has
8 seconds in and I'm already horrified. Oh my god.
exposed.
10. Then how come it stains for everybody?
It's just legally, I have to put that on.
Recently when I was formulating
Residue in there, then you might not want to put it around your immediate eye area. Nothing crazy.
To do this to anyone, pigments can stain. None of the others. I watched all his promotions on the palette. He didn't say that it was.
every single one of his friends call him. This pink shade in the formulation,
It has, but you.
You'll see that it says some of the shades are not really allowed.
Into a powder.
She has swollen eyes. It stained her skin.
So a lot of these red dyes can, but if you are not into wearing insects on,
You should never, ever, ever try to promote a product that.
this with Morphe, but now I do, so I want to share it with you guys. The ingredients and
That's the pigment. This is the loose.
He knew. He fucked up.
and I know that my father is very, very proud of me as well, and all the work that I put in.
Not from my makeup remover or base. I've used both of the products for years. Talk about
and that nature are really hard to perfect. And
And last but finally not least, the bright neon pink shade in the bottom.
Is on.
has pressed pigments.
never had.
So I will just show you quickly.
Sir, I'm gonna expose you. Expose you.
Bottom right hand corner. This shade is called. What does that mean? I didn't know until very just the actual color pigment pressed right in.
Pressed pigment that I should know that pressed.
All right.
Honey, it is limp and will stain your comforter and probably gave you syphilis.
On the back of the box, you can hear just like Urban.
Good friends got the. Explain that, Mr.
Vegan formula.
Whole new level.
Exposed. You are exposed.
Channel. I can safely say you should.
Pigments are just slightly different than eyeshadows, and they are actually exactly what their name says. It is literally.
stain the eye area. So
Sisters suck. James Charles and Morphe. Well, not me. Eyes from them. I use them literally. No, everyone is just trying to
And I am so incredibly proud of these.
I want to make it.
I don't want to click on this. Okay.
He didn't say that it was. I've been trying all the colors because I wanted to make a review video on it for my YouTube channel. On my eyes are gnarls.
The mattes in this palette are considered pressed
on animals or who are not cruelty free, use
I don't care what formula it does this to another human being.
okay and MAC.
That pigment will be highly opaque and a more intense cover.
Basically, we're gonna give you guys a little science lesson right now. So, when you use a
Seconds, it turns into a brilliant scarlet red dye.
They all did swatches. They did eye looks. Not once did I ever hear any of them. Like, look at me. He took pink eye to a whole new level. Goddamn eyeshadow on still after I tried.
But look what happens.
And you're an X-Men for a second. It is not okay.
If you have ever used the Urban Decay electric palette or other stuff like that, MAC
It was at this moment that he
is gonna happen. You're not gonna go blind.
To remove it.
In their pigments to really get rich red shades. Now, what is carmine? You can do a quick.
This! And it's not just me.
Now I do want to touch on the matte shades and some of these formulas behind them because most of the
Carmine. Now, what is carmine? Carmine is what a lot of brands who test
Who has had reactions like this. One of my other really
there because there is red dyes in pigment. To be off the chain, you gotta use red dyes because it's safe.
to a pan ready for you to use, whereas an eyeshadow has a lot of
Pick it up, it's been happening for years. So carmine is actually very common in cosmetics. It's make amazing. So if you want smooth, creamy mattes, you want the
With a talc or a powder of sorts so that you have a sheer finish.
like, look at me. He took pink eye to a whole
Hey, pause.
look like I have
Might look the same color in its container, will usually be more diluted with. So you can see that the pigment.
Hey there, if you ever get bored of watching people sat in silence, maybe you should come and check out the We Know Nothing podcast where we talk too much. If you want to listen to two drunk best friends talking about current events, opinions and embarrassing stories, be sure to check us out.